Namaste yogis, welcome. I am very sorry that you are suffering a headache or a migraine today. I woke up this morning, well actually I started to have a little small headache last night, and by 5 a.m. I couldn't sleep, so I took some paracetamol, and that didn't do anything, as you may well know. And it was 5 a.m. and I wanted to sleep, but I decided I might as well get up and do some yoga and see if I can get rid of it. I did look on YouTube to look at what other people had on there, and I just found that their videos were far too fast because I just wanted to just relax into the poses, breathe into them, and move very, very slowly. So today's going to be a lovely slow practice for you. Make sure the room is nice and dim. It probably already is, because you know that feels really good when the light is low. And you won't need to visually follow most of the instructions. The first little bit, we're going to do some energy medicine and some acupressure around the head to release the pressure. And then we'll get into some lovely, yummy, slow yoga stretches to release any tightness that may be causing the discomfort in the head and the shoulders and basically the whole body. So grab a glass of water or a drink bottle. Make sure you've got water nearby so that you can sip it as you go, and just keep yourself nice and hydrated. In fact, have a big swig right now. And if you have a little washcloth that you can put into a bowl of cold water right now, we can get to that later at the end. If you don't, and if you don't want to do that, that's fine. Just a little towel, scarf, or something that you can place over your eyes and just relax in pure darkness at the end. And then your pillow, a nice low profile pillow or cushion, nothing that's too high because we don't want to raise our head a whole bunch. And if you don't have any of those things, it's totally fine. Don't need them, but they're just kind of nice to give ourselves a little pampering, which is what we deserve, especially when we're not feeling so well. If you're just feeling really blah, I did all of these things this morning and my headache went. So there's something to look forward to. So take a few moments now. You can pause this video or just let the little intro run while you gather your things, and I'll join you back here in about 6 seconds or so. So maybe pause that video. Alright, we're going to start off by taking some deep breaths in, preferably in through the nose and out through the nose, but if you want to exhale through the mouth, it's all good. So close your eyes, sit nice and comfortably, allow your sitting bones to drop into the floor. If you need to support the knees with some cushions or pillows, go ahead and do that. It's all about giving yourself a lot of self-care right now. Closing your eyes, and let's take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. And we're going to do 10 of these, so just do it in your own time. And now make them deeper and stronger. If you feel like passing out, go a little easier on yourself. Just a couple more. Last one, out through the mouth. Keeping your eyes closed, rubbing your hands together quite vigorously. And we'll place those hands over our closed eyes. Open your eyes gently and bring the hands down, rubbing your hands again. We're going to place them on the sides of the head and just give a little rub. We're just going to release pressure and tension in the head. And we're going to move it back and forth. Really press in there, breathe. if it feels a little tender and sore, that is your migraine, obviously. So we want to move that tension and that soreness out, and then hold it back. And then rub around again. Keep breathing. You can keep your eyes closed here if you want to. Alright, and then shake that off. Rub your hands again. We're going to place our hands over our eyes and rotate around. Just holding the eyes there, rotating around in a clockwise direction. Just moving the skin of your face. Breathing deeply. And release that out, shake it out. Rub your hands again and shake it off. Now we're going to use the knuckles of our first fingers, so just create that little knuckly shape, and we're going to push. This may hurt a little bit. Don't put yourself into epic pain, but there's a lot of pressure behind the eyes there, especially right now. So we're just going to push in. You can start right in the corner, and you can choose to move a little further out if you want to. Just go and see where it feels like that's going to release the pressure for you. I kind of like moving into the corner of my eyes, pressing in a little bit, or you can just come to the center and press in. I feel that is a little weird for my eyeballs, but each to their own. Do what feels good for you. So you can press into the corner quite firmly, but again, if it's too painful, just be kind and gentle on yourself. But you still want to be a little bit strict as well, not wimping out too much. We want to release that pressure. Breathe deeply. And you can maybe roll it around a little bit if you want, or just press it in. Breathe. Maybe do a little roll, a little press, a little roll. And then let's release out from there. And already my eyes feel brighter. So now we're going to find our temples, just the end of the eyebrows, and just from the creases of the bone at the side of the eyes there, you'll find that little dent. You probably know where your temples are. They're probably throbbing. Press the knuckles of your index fingers in. You can roll it around here as well. Take deep breaths. Or you can just press. Again, you may feel some pain. I feel way less pain than I did this morning. So it just goes to show the stuff is magic. It really does work. Breathe deeply. Release that out, shake it out, rub your hands again. We're going to place one palm in the middle of the forehead and roll around clockwise direction. Breathe. So moving all of the skin in our head. So good. And then shake that off. Rub those hands again. Coming back to our temples, and we're going to push out, 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 out. Smells like a dog has been around here and done its little business, and the owners haven't picked it up. I did not choose a good place today. And then push back. Push it back, hold it back, squeeze it in. Release that out. And then draw the flesh down from the neck to the shoulders. Give yourself a good little self-massage here. Just draw it down. We're holding each of those things for about 10 to 15 seconds. Yeah. And then up to the other side, just draw it down. Breathe deeply. Shake that out. Now come to the tops of your ears. We're using our thumb knuckles, top of the thumb knuckle there, and we're going to relax the jaw and just draw down. And again, relax the jaw, draw down. And one more time, relax the jaw, draw down. And then just rubbing around this area. Breathe. So we're rubbing around the jaw, ear area to loosen up that tightness, because if you've been clenching your jaw a whole bunch, that definitely adds to the tension in the head. Really shake it all out. Rub your hands again. We're going to cup our ears. We're going to press in and make like suctioning sounds. And you feel that and hear it. And it really is like suction cup. Then we're going to press in, hold. Release that out, shake it all out. Flick out your fingers. Now roll out your shoulders. Lovely big shoulder rotations. Sometimes when you start to move the energy from the shoulders, you start burping. It's really weird. But it's because we're releasing built up tensions and toxins in the body, and the body needs to get rid of it somehow. Roll back the other way. And then loosen all of that up. We're going to do another pranayama to just balance out our nervous system, Nadi Shodhana. Now if you're feeling a little congested this morning, just visualize the breath coming in through one nostril and out through the other and back up again, creating this triangular shape. But if you have your nostrils quite free, let's block the right nostril with the right thumb. Exhale through the left, just to begin. And breathing in through the left. Close the left with your ring finger, exhale through the right. In through the right. Out through the left. In through the left. Out through the right. In through the right. Out through the left. One more round. In through the left. Out through the right. In through the right. Out through the left. Bring the hands down. Start to round the back. Let the chin drop down towards the chest. And then inhale gently, open back up to center. Drop your ear down towards the right shoulder. If you like, you can bring your right hand down behind you and your left hand can come around and hold on to that right arm behind you. Or you can just press out through the left hand if that feels good. Just breathe here, letting the gentle stretch come down the left side of the neck. You can do all of this seated in a chair. Probably should have said that earlier, hey? But we will come down and do some more stuff on our mat if you are in a chair. And then gently release out, dropping your chin down towards your chest, towards your nipple, nose towards the nipple. And feel if that There's a tightness in the back there. Breathe into it. And then gently raise the gaze, keeping that head on that 45-degree angle. Drop your ear behind your shoulder. Now we get to stretch out that big neck muscle, the sternocleidomastoid mastoid muscle. Keep the breath nice and gentle, nice and steady. And let's gently bring the head back up, drop it over to the other side, nice and slowly. You may feel some creaks and some cracks. If you want, you can reach your right arm behind, grab hold of that left elbow, or reach the right arm out to the side to create more of a stretch. You can drape your left arm over the top of your head, but there's really no need to do that. We're just looking for gentle release. Breathe into it. Eyes can be closed. And then gently inhale the head back up, turning that head 45 degrees to the left, dropping the chin down to look at your left nipple area. Breathe into it here. Inhaling back up, keeping it at 45 degrees, and let the ear drop behind the shoulder. Inhale back up, bring the head back to center, drop the chin back down again. We're going to gently start to rotate very, very slowly in a full circle. Take your time, a few breaths each rotation. Go as slow as you can so you really feel through the neck and the shoulders, and notice where that tightness is coming in. What is giving you the difficulty in this migraine at the moment? If you find an area that feels tight, stay there for a few breaths. Keep your breath nice and easy. Bring your full awareness into the sensations of your body. Where does the stretch begin and end? Where does it spread to? What part of your body do you need to loosen up? When you're feeling satisfied with that, you can start to roll back the other way. Take your time. You have all the time in the world right now, right here in this moment. You might hear things creaking and cracking. You might even feel things pinging and shifting. That's a good thing, as long as there's no sharp shooting pains. Just coming back to center. Releasing back to center when you're ready. If you have been sitting in this cross-legged position for a while, let's just shake out those legs. Take them out in front of us. You can sit your hips up onto your little bolster or your cushion here if you want. And we're just going to let the back round to get a nice back stretch. Let the chin drop towards the chest here. Round it out. If you feel like going a little lower, go for it. Just feel how you feel. Like everything might be super tight. It was for me this morning, and I just wanted to stay quite high. Breathe deeply. If anything makes you feel worse, just lift the head slightly and ease off from it. If at any time you feel like you need to have another sip of water, do that. Find some looseness, some movement here if you want to, if it feels okay and you're getting a stretch out. Otherwise, just that stillness and that breath, taking you a little deeper into the stretch, releasing the tightness down the back of the neck and then the head. You're going to very gently inhale up. Roll those shoulders out. Coming into a child's pose, so bring your feet underneath you, but before we do that, we'll just come to our tabletop position. Tuck our toes, and this is one I really enjoyed doing this morning. So walk your hands back towards your feet and then press into those heels. This will stretch out the feet. I find a lot of the times when I have a headache, it's because my feet are feeling really uncomfortable. And then if it feels okay, you can drop your head down. If it's super tight in the ankles and the Achilles, come a little bit more forward or place your cushion underneath your heels. Let the head drop. Breathe into it. You might feel some ear-pick tightness up those calf muscles. Do you know when our feet are out of balance, it just affects the whole entire body. It's crazy. And then we're going to come down gently. You can stay there longer if you like. That might feel really nice. But if you're feeling like you're good, you want to come down, drop yourself down into a child's pose. And if you feel comfortable now, you might have to take the forehead to a block or a cushion. Or if you feel comfortable coming all the way down and bringing your arms behind you so your shoulders can sag down. Breathe your awareness into the back of your body. If it feels okay, you can turn your head to the side, get a little stretch through the neck, only if you want to, only if that feels okay for you. You can always have your head a little higher on a cushion or a pillow. And let's bring our head over to the other side. Bringing yourself back to center. Let's bring those hands in front of you for a moment. Just gently changing the position of the shoulders here. Breathing that breath all the way through your body. Just gently rise up slightly so that you can widen out your knees, big toes together. And we're going to bring our right arm through to the left side, coming into a little twist. Nothing epic. It's resting down here. If this is uncomfortable for you, down so low, you can bring the knees back into hip width position, come up over those knees and bring the arm through this way. This is fine as well. So just slowly finding what feels good for you. And then gently breathe in. Bring your arm over, left arm now towards the left side. Again, just staying low. You can always take your shoulder and your head to your cushion, your pillow. A few more lovely, soothing breaths here. Now you might have tight shoulders. We're going to get into these a little deeper in a moment. Keep breathing lovely, steady breaths in and out through the nose. And then taking a deep breath in, gently come up. We're going to come into rabbit pose. Before that, let's just loosen out the body a little bit, round the back, chin towards your chest, stretch that out. Inhale, little cat. Exhale, round. Inhale, draw the hands behind you. You can keep your head down, interlace your fingers and squeeze those shoulder blades together. If your heart starts to lift and you want to lift the gaze slightly, you can do that. Just checking in with your own intuition. Release. Rabbit pose. Very easy, gentle rabbit pose for us. Coming into that child's pose, lifting your hips, placing the crown of the head to the ground. And you can walk your hands a little bit more forward if you want to, or you can have them by your side. The idea is that the top of the head, the crown of the head, is reaching into the ground. It seems counterintuitive, I know, when all the pressure's in the head, but this is quite magic. It stretches out the back of the neck. It connects to the mama point, which is a very special point of energy at the crown of the head. Breathe. Now you could do full rabbit with the hands interlaced behind you and reaching to the sky, but when I'm feeling headachy and migrainey, this is much more comfortable for me, just having my arms supporting me so there's not a whole heap of pressure on the crown of my head, but it's just yummy. Couple more deep breaths here. You can do it. Sending yourself love. Giving thanks to your migraine headache because it said slow down. Whoa there, Nelly. You are living in the fast lane and you need to slow down, so I'm going to slow you down. And so we're taking that message and we are slowing right down. Let's tuck our toes underneath and start to bring your arms in. Very gently move your hips back towards your heels. Don't lift the head. If we've been upside down, we don't want a massive head rush, but slowly start to walk up towards your hands so that we're coming back to that little rounded toe squat that we were in before. So moving your hands back towards your knees so you can press the knees off the ground, finding that stretch again in the arches of the feet and in the calf muscles. And wow, mine is so much better than this morning. It's amazing. Let the back round, let the head drop down, feel any stretching through the back of the body that you need. And breathing in love and receptivity. Deep breath in gently, release back to your tabletop position. And sometimes when we've been moving this slow, you just get an urge to down dog it. If that's your urge, go for it. But if it's not, it's all good. Let's drop down to our sitting bones. Now you can do an easy cross-legged position, or if you're comfortable with cow face pose, stacking knees on top of each other, go ahead, right leg over the top, either easy cross-legged or cow face, or you can do this in a chair as well if you're feeling like you need a chair right about now. Right arm goes underneath the left, and we're going to either bring the backs of the hands together or the palms of the hands, or if that doesn't work, drop those hands to your shoulders. You can drop the chin down to the chest, draw your elbows away from your chest. Let the shoulders melt down a little bit so that you find that point of stretch. Breathe. Now see, I created the perfect storm for my migraine. Yesterday, I didn't eat enough, and when I did eat, it wasn't good food. I didn't drink enough water. I woke up really early, 5 a.m., and I didn't get enough sleep. And then, of course, I went to bed late. I was on the screen too much. I did have my blue blocker kind of computer glasses on, but not enough, and I was sitting at my computer too long. I didn't get up every 50 minutes and stretch out. It was just the perfect storm, really. I was just asking for it. And gently, if you want to, you can lean forward. Gently let the arms unwind. If it feels good, leaning forward into it, cross-legged or in cow face. And if you feel a big big stretch in your right glute, you can stay here. But if you want more of a stretch, you can walk over to the left a little more, letting the body drop into it a whole lot more. If I don't nourish myself properly, I am guaranteed a migraine the very next day. So these are lessons that we must learn. Our body is so wise. Our inner wisdom just has all the answers, and we need to learn to listen to it far more than we do. I gotta stop listening to all the outside influences and listen to me. Breathe in, gently rise up, very slowly. Unwind those legs. Just take them out in front of you. We're going to bring our hands behind us, stretch out, and then press through those arms, open up the heart, draw your shoulder blade in together. If it feels okay to lift the head and let it drop back, do that, lips together, stretch the throat. And then gently release, gently, gently, gently. Other side. Left leg over the top, or left leg crosses over the top. If you're doing a normal cross-legged position, sit up onto a cushion or a blanket or a block if you need to, especially if you're feeling that the hips are a little bit uneven. Perfect, a little bit tighter on this side for me today. Left arm underneath, cross them over, either backs of the hands or palms. Draw those elbows away, drop the chin to your chest, or towards your chest at any rate. Feel that stretch through the back of the body. Try not to sag the body down. Sit up tall. Trace the beautiful natural curves of your spine here. Embracing your body, your mind, your breath. Feel free to come forward if you want to. You can keep those arms crossed or you can gently uncross them, which is what I prefer. You can stay facing forward or you can move a bit more over towards the right side. Just depends on where your tightness is. Inhale, gently roll up and unwind yourself. Shake out those legs. We're going to come onto our backs. So lying down, and you want to lie down with your feet slightly wider than your hips. Let your knees drop into themselves. And now, actually before that I should have said grab your little washcloth. If it was in the cold water, wring it out. It's going to be so lovely on that head of yours. And if you don't want the water, that's totally fine. So we're going to lie down. Now if it is wet, you can place the bigger part of it onto your forehead and just let the little flap cover your eyes. And if it's not wet, just cover your eyes with it. Let the feet drop out to the sides. Knees drop in to center, active relaxation pose. Now bringing one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Just breathe. If you want to, you can also place your pillow underneath your head. That is lovely. Just watch the breath as it moves through the body. Relax your jaw. If you're clenching your jaw, notice that that is a huge, huge trigger for headaches and migraines. So relax the jaw. Relax your eyes, that little space between the eyebrows. Relax your tongue, unglue it from the top of your mouth. We're almost done, but I just want to get a nice little twist in there so we can remove the pillow for a moment. Shift our hips over towards the right and drop our knees down towards the left side. After that, shift the hips to the right, knees to the left. Extend your arms. And you know what? You can extend the legs a little further out as well. They don't have to be super bent. Just a nice gentle twist. And you can gaze in any direction that feels comfortable for your neck. Deep breath in as you bring yourself back to center. Shuffle those hips over to the other side and drop your knees to the right. Let the shoulders drop down to the ground, especially that left shoulder. Extend the legs a little more if that feels good for you, or not, just find a comfortable position. Nourishing breaths. Sometimes, as you do this practice, you start to feel really good and you feel like you want to stretch out more. If that's what your body's telling you to do, do it. Stretch, get a good big stretch. Roll over, come into a downward facing dog, stretch out there. And just really honor the wisdom of your body. Let's gently release back from our lovely twist. Then we can bring that pillow back underneath the head. And you can stay in that active relaxation pose if you like, dropping your arms wherever you like, to the side or to the hips, feet mat width or hip width, knees dropped into center. Or you can choose to move into Shavasana, dropping the feet down. Just do what feels good. That is the golden rule, especially today. Honor yourself. You are a divine being of the universe. You deserve every success, every prosperity, every joy, every love that this world has to offer you. Drink it in, soak it up, relax. I'm gonna leave you here in this quiet space. Stay here as long as you like. Thank you so much for joining me and giving me your time today. I hope you feel much better. I am sending you lots of love and healing energy through the screen. Namaste.